Alright, well, welcome back to another Chucky video, guys. Figmanet here, and before we start the video completely, just happy Thanksgiving for those who are celebrating. Those who don't, teach their own and whatnot, but I'm just going to say happy Thanksgiving and holidays to those who do celebrate. So, we've talked about how good or bad Chucky's perks are, but I do want to go over a little bit on killers I think will use these perks very well, because I think there are a few killers who are going to maybe not put these into their meta builds, but probably circulate them in and out of their main builds in general. So the first perk up is Hex 2 can play. If you get stunned or blinded 2 times, a totem will light up, and the next time a survivor, or any time after that a survivor stuns or blinds you, they are blinded for 1.5 seconds, and this is a flashlight blind. So as far as killers that will use as well, this one particularly doesn't have any synergies with other killers, or really any other perks. Reason being is because the blind effect doesn't really... This is the first time we've had the killers be able to give the survivors the blinding effect. The only perks I can really see this maybe working on is combining it with Haunted Grounds, combining it with Undying, obviously, combining it with No One Escapes... Not No One Escapes Death. The Knight's Hex perk. I should have researched this more. I apologize. I should have researched this better, but the Knight's Hex perk, and the reason being is because the Knight's Hex perk can, it's basically another Hex that can light itself and isn't lit at the beginning of the match, which honestly, the more I think about it, I really wish more Hexes were like this. I kind of wish Devour Hope didn't light up until after the first unhook, because Noah doesn't light up till the end of the match. The only exceptions I would say are maybe Haunted Grounds. Maybe something like Crowd Control, maybe ones that don't really have a specific activation quality. I think could do that, but that's a topic for a whole nother video. Next is Friends to the End. Now this is the interesting one. Whenever you hook a survivor that is the obsession, another survivor becomes the obsession. Now if you hook someone who isn't the obsession's aura is revealed for 10 seconds, and they are exposed for 20 seconds, which makes them insta-downable. Killers that will use this very well are Blight and Xenomorph. Maybe Wesker to a degree, but mostly Blight and Xenomorph. Killers that can get around the map very fast. Onryo will probably use this very well. Freddy will probably actually use this extremely well. I actually have a feeling Freddy's going to use this perk a lot. That 20 seconds isn't a long time, but you'd be surprised how long it can feel. I can see any killer who has an ability to get across the map very fast getting really good use out of this. Now, Onryo and Freddy are a little map dependent, but I think Freddy's the exception considering he will teleport to gens, which is where the obsession most likely is if you were not hooking them. Now, once again, there's a lot that has to go right here. I don't think it's going to be a super meta pick on Freddy, but if you combine this with other obsession perks, I can see this working very well. Because you could also combine this with Furtive Chase on some other killers. Clown could probably make some good use out of this with the yellow bottles and Furtive Chase. I could see that happening. And Chucky himself can obviously make extremely good use out of this. Now, Nurse can't use this at all, obviously, because her Blink is now an M2 attack and not an M1, so the exposed wouldn't matter, but it is what it is. But yeah, I can see mostly the mobility killers. Wesker to a degree, maybe even Xenomorph, kind of. But mostly I see Onryo, Freddy, and Blight using this. While Blight's rush attack is an M2, he can just use it for mobility to get over there. If it takes him, let's say, 7 seconds to get over to the other side, he can then just chase them down like a normal M1. At the end of the day, even if he doesn't get the down, he's probably going to get a couple pallets out of it. Killers I will see not using this are mostly M2 killers. So, Billy, Bubba, things like that. Even, like, Trapper probably won't use this very well. And, yeah, killers that don't have much mobility, I don't see using this very well at all. It's going to be interesting to see who does end up using this. I think Wraith can also use this very well. He could, because then he can go invisible and then zoom across the map, come out of invisibility, and get the hit. But we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I think Freddy and Onryo are going to be menaces with this perk. I don't think it's going to be, like I said, super meta. But I do think it synergizes pretty well with their abilities. But who knows? Last, we have Batteries Included. The one that everyone is still... actually, I'm not going to say still. I don't know if it's because the PTB's been down, but most people haven't really been talking about this perk at all as much as they were when it first got announced. When you're within 12 meters of a completed gen, you gain 5% haste. This lingers for 5 seconds once you leave the range. Now, killers that can use this perk are basically anyone who can make it to in-game. However, there are some killers who are going to abuse the crap out of this. Clown with yellow bottles is going to go nuts with this. That is a 15% haste boost. It's not even counting NOED. I think Legions are going to make use out of this with BFFs. Freddy and Knight, because they naturally have ways to stop the survivors from leaving the gates, and they can make use out of it from there. I could see some of the M2 killers, like Huntress and Deathslinger using it. Maybe Trickster, but Trickster might not need it with the buff he's getting if it stays. We still haven't gotten confirmation if it's staying or not. But yeah, I think a lot of those killers are going to use it very well. Xenomorph could probably use this extremely well, too. 5% haste doesn't seem like much, but it's a lot. It adds up. I mean, Made for This was making the meta defined, and it was only a 3% haste. And I know it's Survivor versus Killer, but yeah, and, you know, once it's in-game, all the gens are right there. Yeah, I can see a lot of killers making extremely good use out of this. But mostly, like I said, I think anyone who has a natural speed boost or a natural way to keep the survivors in, by natural I mean add-ons and base kit. But I can see Clown being a huge menace with this. That 5% increase is just going to be nuts for chasing people down. But yeah, if y'all have any suggestions on killers, or maybe even just builds or other perks these perks will synergize with very well, I'd love to hear it. I know this is technically my second video talking about this. I wanted to go more into people who could use it, not more so what the perks actually do, and, you know, are they good, are they bad? This is more just, like I said, which killers actually have, like, inherent value from these perks, just from their powers. So yeah, as always, the like and sub thing, you know, I'm a YouTuber, I gotta say that shit. Follow the Twitch, follow the Twitter, all the links are below. Also, don't forget the Toys for Tot stream in, less than a week. Once again, all the info's on my, my Twitter, and my Discord. Links are both below, and it's definitely already also on my Twitch. Also links below again. Last thing is, if you can't make it, that's completely understandable. You can always donate without donating, from me. That's fine. However, I will be leaving a thing, posting a lot, the link, day of, so you guys can participate even if you're here on YouTube, to donate to the stream. It will help us hit some of the milestones and things like that. Once again, I'm not expecting a huge blowout from this, but I just think it's going to be fun. In any case, that's all I got for you guys today, and bye!